Welcome to Tales by WZ. Today's story is about a man who discovers, after 11 years of marriage, that his wife is still legally married to someone else. As you listen, think about the moment where you feel he should have walked away. My wife said, "Don't say bigamy, we're married." I replied, "We never were." Then I walked out, called a lawyer, filed reports, and I just watched as 12 years of lies, fake vows, and a secret first husband turned my entire marriage into evidence. I am 43 years old, and a phone call last month blew up my entire life. I have been with my wife for 12 years, married for 11. At least that is what I thought. I honestly believed I knew everything about her. Routine, habits, stories about her past. We had a house, a joint account, shared holidays. The whole picture. Then my phone rang at work, unknown number. "Hello. Hey, is this the guy who married my wife?" I frowned. "I think you have the wrong number, man." "Nah," he said. "You married her 11 years ago, right? City Hall ceremony." My stomach dropped. "Who is this?" "The guy she is still legally married to. I am her husband. You are, well, you are not." Silence. My brain just froze. "What?" "She never divorced me," he said. "Still married, has been for 17 years. That makes your marriage invalid. Bigamy, look it up." He hung up. I sat there staring at my computer screen. For a minute, I honestly thought it had to be a scam or some messed up prank. An hour later, I called him back. I needed to know. He answered, sounding tired more than anything. "I know this is crazy," he said. "Trust me, I am not thrilled either. But we need to talk." We stayed on the phone for almost 2 hours. He sent documents while we talked, their marriage certificate, photos of them together, his passport very much alive, recent pictures with timestamps. The story came out. They got married young 17 years ago. About 14 years ago, she told him she needed to find herself. He thought they were separating temporarily. She left, changed her number, and disappeared. He thought she just moved on. He did too, eventually. Met someone new, wanted to get married again. When he tried to file for divorce, the system flagged it. "You cannot divorce someone who is already remarried," he said. "My lawyer dug into it and found your civil record. That is how I found you. I am sorry. This is messed up." "So our marriage is not legal," I said slowly. "Never was." "She committed bigamy. You are the second victim." That word stuck in my head, second victim. Sometimes the hardest part is realizing the story you are in is not just drama. It is a crime. I drove home in a daze that night. She was on the couch watching TV. "Hey, babe," she said. "How was your day?" "Got an interesting call," I replied. "Oh yeah, from who?" "From your husband." The remote slipped from her hand and hit the floor. Her face went completely white. "I can explain," she said. "Your supposedly dead husband, the one you told me died in a car accident. The one whose wedding ring you wore on a chain while crying in my arms. He is alive, and he is still married to you." She started crying instantly, full tears, shaking shoulders. "Baby, please, it is not what it sounds like." "It sounds like bigamy to me," I said. "And fraud." "Do not use that word," she snapped. "We are married, we have a life together." "We are not married," I said. "We never were. Legally, I am just some guy you have been living with." "That is not fair," she said. "You know I love you." "You told me he died," I said. "You let me grieve a man you used as a tragic backstory." "I did not know what else to do," she said. "I was young and stupid and you committed a felony," I said. I grabbed my laptop, packed a bag, and went to a hotel. The next morning, I called a lawyer. He listened to everything and then said the sentence that changed my plan. "You cannot divorce someone you are not legally married to. So what do I do?" "You file for a declaratory judgment that the marriage is void," he said. "Then we treat the rest like a cohabitation breakup. Property division, financial separation, all of that." "Asset division," I repeated. "I am the victim here." "I understand," he said, "but you still built a life together. You have shared property. The law cares about what is on paper, not who was the better person." This is where reality hit. The legal system deals with paperwork, not feelings. We started listing assets. The house we bought 5 years ago, both names on the deed. I put down 60% of the down payment. She put 40. Legally, we still owned it 50-50. Joint checking account with about $15,000 in it. 2 cars, both in our names. My retirement account funded the entire time we were together. She has a legal claim to half of what you accumulated while you were together, my lawyer said. Marriage or not. Cohabitation laws here are broad. So she defrauds me, I said, and still gets half. Welcome to the legal system, he said. That afternoon I filed a police report. The detective took my statement. He did not look surprised. Honestly, he said, this happens more than you might think. We will investigate, but bigamy cases are hard to prosecute. She will say she thought the marriage ended or that there was a misunderstanding. She told me he was dead, I said. That seems clear. Proving intent is the hard part, he said, but we will see what we find. I went back to the hotel. That night she texted, "Please come home, we can work through this, I love you." I did not reply. The next day her sister called. "What is going on?" she demanded. "She says you are accusing her of being a criminal." "She is a criminal," I said. "Bigamy is a felony." "There has to be an explanation," her sister said. "She would not do that." "She did," I said, "and I have proof." "You are being cruel," she snapped. "She made a mistake." "A 12-year mistake," I said. "I loved the person I thought she was." "That person does not exist." She hung up. Then her mother called, from overseas, apparently, except her English was perfect. "You are ruining my daughter's life," she said. "She ruined her own life when she committed fraud," I said. "This is not a misunderstanding. It is a crime." "This is a private family matter," her mother said. "You do not involve police. In my culture we forgive, we work things out." "I am not from your culture," I said, "and here bigamy is illegal, police handle crimes." "She will go to jail," her mother said. "You want that?" "I wanted the truth," I said. 12 years ago. This is a pattern in stories like this. Everyone wants you to protect the person who created the damage, not the person who is living in it. Meanwhile, the civil case moved forward. My lawyer filed the petition to have the marriage declared void. We listed all our assets. I watched the numbers on the page and realized how expensive the lie really was. Then I checked the joint checking account. $8,000 were gone. "She withdrew it yesterday," I told my lawyer. "She has every right," he said. "It is a joint account." I closed the account immediately and moved the remaining $7,000 into my personal checking. I kept every statement and screenshot. She texted me, "Why did you close our account? That is financial abuse." "You committed fraud," I replied. "I am protecting my assets." "I need that money for rent," she wrote. "You are leaving me homeless." "You have $8,000, I replied. "Figure it out." Her lawyer sent a letter accusing me of misconduct and withholding marital assets. My lawyer sent a letter back explaining there were no marital assets because there was no legal marriage. This was my life now, legal ping-pong. Her first husband's situation moved faster. About 2 months after that first call, his divorce was finalized. He sent me an email. "Sorry for the mess," he wrote. "I hope you get some peace out of this." He seemed like a decent man. Honestly, she downgraded with me, but his finalized divorce meant something important, documented proof that she had been married to him when she married me. The detective called me back. "We are moving forward with charges," he said. "For real?" I asked. "We found emails between them," he said. She knew she was still married. She told him she would file for divorce eventually. She knew exactly what she was doing. I felt a wave of relief. Someone official finally said it out loud. "There is more," he added. "We found evidence of another guy between her first husband and you. She was technically married to both of them at the same time for 6 months. We are trying to contact him." My brain short-circuited. "She has done this before," I said. "Looks that way," he replied. "Pattern of behavior." If someone repeats the same kind of lie with different people, it is not confusion, it is strategy. On the civil side, her lawyer sent a settlement proposal. "She wants $120,000 for her share of the house and half your retirement," my lawyer said. "Are you kidding me?" I asked. I recommend countering, he said. Going to trial will cost more in legal fees. The judge will not care about the bigamy. They will see two adults who shared property. We went back and forth. Counter, rejection, counter, rejection. Finally, we settled at $85,000 for her share of the house. Nothing from my retirement, at least. But I still had to refinance to pay her out. I lost money on a house I had put more into from day one. Then came the criminal arraignment. She showed up in court wearing a conservative dress, hair pulled back, minimal makeup. She looked small, fragile, like she was the one being wronged. Her mother and sister flanked her, glaring at me like I had committed the crime. She pled not guilty at first. Her lawyer tried to argue that she had made a good-faith mistake, a cultural misunderstanding. The prosecutor had the emails. She changed her plea to no contest. At sentencing, I sat on the bench and watched her walk in again. She cried quietly at the defense table. Her whole family sat behind her. The judge looked through the file. "Ma'am," he said, "this was not a one-time error. This was calculated deception over more than a decade, affecting multiple people." She sniffled. "Your Honor, I was confused and scared." "You were dishonest," he said. "The evidence shows clear intent and sustained fraud." He sentenced her to 3 years probation, 200 hours of community service, and $5,000 in restitution to me. No jail time. It was disappointing, but not surprising. Her mother exploded. "This is persecution," she shouted. "She did nothing wrong." The bailiff escorted her out as she yelled in another language. Outside the courtroom, her sister cornered me on the steps. "Hope you are happy," she said. "You destroyed her." "I destroyed her," I repeated. "She lied to me for 12 years. "You vindictive bastard," she said. "She loved you." "She loved my half of the mortgage," I said. "I cared about her for 12 years. She cared about having a convenient situation." She called me a few more names and left. I did not feel like I had won anything. I felt tired, empty, done. A few months passed, time to untangle everything. We sold the house. After paying off the mortgage and her settlement, I walked away with about $75,000. It should have been double that if she had not been entitled to half. Legal fees took another $30,000. Civil attorney, criminal consults, financial advice. It all added up. The restitution is technically supposed to come every month. She has already missed 3 payments. I could take her back to court. I am not going to. The stress is not worth $3,800. She lost her job when the charges went public. She worked in finance. Fraud convictions and finance do not mix. Last I heard, she is working retail and living with her mother. Her first husband and I grabbed coffee once. "You see any signs?" he asked. Looking back, I said, she was secretive about family, always had vague explanations for why they could not visit. I thought it was cultural. "Same," he said. "Turns out it was just lies." "You doing okay?" I asked. "Yeah," he said, "dating someone actually single." We both laughed at that, dark humor but honest. The man between us reached out after the trial too. "Nice guy," he said. "You lasted 12 years. I could not handle 6 months. Something always felt off." That was a pattern, 2 decent men trying to be understanding and someone using that as cover. My family took it hard. My mom loved her, welcomed her in. 12 years of lies, she said over dinner. "How does someone do that?" "No idea," I said. "You okay?" "I feel stupid," she said. "But I am glad you are out." I started therapy. Being in what was basically a fake marriage for more than a decade messes with your head. I have trust issues. I pick apart small things people say. I wonder what else I missed. The therapist keeps telling me it was not my fault, that she was skilled at deception. Intellectually, I understand that. Emotionally, I am still working on it. Dating feels impossible right now. I tried an app, went on a few first dates. I sat there analyzing every answer about their exes, their past, their families. It was exhausting. I hit pause. Financially, I took a big hit. About $80,000 gone between legal fees, settlement, and refinancing. I had to liquidate investments to cover everything, which hurt my retirement. I am 43. I should be settled. Instead, I am starting over, but I found a new apartment. 1 bedroom, small, mine, only my name on the lease, signing that felt better than I expected. I threw away everything tied to her. Photos, gifts, that necklace with her dead husband's ring, all of it. Some people say I sound bitter. Maybe I do. Mostly I am just tired. During the investigation, they found one of her diaries. It became evidence, so I saw some scans. She wrote about me, her first husband, and the man in between as if we were similar objects in different rooms. Convenient was the word she used. He is stable. Makes life easier. That sentence sticks with me. You can build a life with someone who sees you not as a partner, but as a convenient arrangement. My therapist says I will never get full answers. I have to make peace with what I know and what I never will. I am not at peace yet, but I am moving. Work is steady. Bills get paid. Friends still invite me out. I started volunteering at a legal aid clinic that works with fraud victims. Figured if I have to learn all this the hard way, I might as well use it for something. Turns out, a lot of people deal with relationship fraud. One man found out his wife had 3 husbands in 3 different cities and rotated between them. Suddenly, my situation feels almost simple by comparison. The system is what it is. Bigamy cases often end in probation, not prison, unless there is huge financial gain. Void marriages are legal nightmares. You cannot divorce someone you were never married to, but you still have to divide property like a business dissolving. Do I wish she got more time? Yes. Do I lose sleep over that part now? Not really. The real consequences for her are not the 3 years of probation. It is the long list that follows her: lost job, lost home, lost reputation, criminal record forever. Those are her choices catching up to her. Where am I now? Alive, functioning, slowly rebuilding. Trust will come back eventually, maybe not 100%, but enough. Financially, I will recover. I make decent money. I can rebuild. Emotionally, it will take longer. But the biggest change is this: I am done being convenient. I am done ignoring red flags because I want the story to stay pretty. Next time, if there is a next time, I will verify everything. Call it paranoid if you want. I call it learning. If you are listening to this and you have that gut feeling that something about your partner's past does not add up, do not bury it. Ask questions. Check records when the stakes are this high. A little discomfort now is nothing compared to 12 years of living in a lie. Living with a hard truth is painful. Living with a fake life is worse. Lesson 1. Love does not cancel out the need for honesty. If someone hides basic facts about their past, that is not protection. It is deception. Lesson 2. The legal system does not always line up with emotional reality. You can be the victim and still lose money. Plan and protect yourself anyway. Lesson 3. Being understanding has limits. When understanding becomes an excuse to ignore red flags, it stops being kindness and becomes self-harm. Lesson 4. You cannot rescue someone from their own pattern. If they repeat the same harm with different people, it is not confusion. It is who they are choosing to be. Lesson 5. Starting over at 43 with the truth is still better than finding out at 60 after a lifetime of lies. Late truth is painful, but it is still truth. Lesson 6. You are allowed to verify, to ask hard questions, and to walk away from someone who makes you feel like you are just convenient. What about you? If you were in my place, at what point would you have walked away? And have you ever discovered a lie so big that it made you question everything you thought was real in a relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments.